Andrew, yay or nay? Are we live with both?
Say good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Go on, Stride. Go on. How is everybody? We are back again. We're doing it live, thank goodness. If you tried to join last week and we had some technical difficulties, we were not able to upload from a published post. Anyways, we're here now. So we're doing a gentle restorative class. You don't need props, but if you have them, grab a bolster. So class is only 35 minutes long today. We'll keep it short and simple and really gentle. So all levels today. We're going to start off in child's pose. So getting started in Balasana. So get settled, get onto your mat, and then coming into child's pose. So we bring the toes together, big toes together, and then legs together here, and then just settle in really gently, really softly into this space here. And if you want this to really be restorative, you can also take the hands and reach them behind you. And so in this spot here, just allowing the body to settle into the space, giving yourself a moment to kind of check in with how you feel. It's possible you just woke up. So if that is the case, give yourself a moment to wake up. And then start to just connect here. So as we come onto our yoga mat, we take some of this focus that we have and we try to really hone in on this present moment. So maybe connecting initially just to what is grounded to the earth. So bringing an awareness into the knees, maybe into the forehead, into the hands, the tops of the feet. And then start to deepen into your breath here. So I'm keeping my head lifted per the usual, just so I don't muffle the audio, but stay where you're at, keep your head and forehead grounded, and then start to connect into the breath. So start to allow the inhales to come in just a little bit deeper. So we guide this breath in through the nose, really expanding wide through the back body. Expanding through the side ribs, through the front body. And exhaling out through the nose, softening front belly, softening chest, side waist, back body. And softening any spaces that might feel tense. So maybe you feel a little tension throughout the shoulders, or you feel tension in the face. If you can soften the facial muscles, soften the shoulders, the upper body. And allow this breath to start to make kind of this rhythmic pattern here. So seeing if you can match the inhalations and the exhalations. So the same duration, drawing the breath in for the same count. Exhaling the breath out for the same count. See if you can allow a bit of heaviness to come through the tailbone. So maybe sitting back just a little bit deeper into the heels. And then a version of threading the needle. So in child's pose, we're going to take the left hand, just kind of walk it over just really slightly over to the right. Walk that right arm over, or straight in front, sorry, here. And then usually in thread the needle, the tailbone is away from the heels. We're just going to stay really soft right here. So if you need a little bit more reaching under, you can come all the way down to that left shoulder. Want to prop up the right fingers. You can, if you want to find softness, really create that restorative space. Drop both hands or both elbows down. And then staying in this pose just a little bit longer than we normally would. So really allowing the body to find that restorative practice. So the longer we hold the postures, the more we can explore and expand, finding a little bit more depth in each breath. And give a little lift up here, walk the arms just a little bit over to the right side. Take this right arm down just a little bit, right shoulder down, walk that left arm forward, maybe both elbows settle down. And then once you get comfortable in that space, find that softness, that slight heaviness or that grounded space through the tailbone and the heels. Again, you can find a little bit more active space if you'd like to prop up on the fingertips. And feeling the back of the body start to open, so feeling that kind of this opening space through the shoulder blades, through the backs of the ribs. And staying connected to the breath, staying connected to your present space here. So if the mind starts to wander, see if you can bring it back. Walk back to center. Extend and reach really far forward here. Keep the forehead down to the mat if you can. Maybe press the palms down into the earth. Feel that anchoring through the tailbone and feel that lengthening through the spine and the arms and the wrists and the fingertips. And then slowly roll it up. We're going to take it slower than normal, one vertebrae at a time, going really slow. Bringing the head up last. Good, so you can stay seated on the heels if this is okay for you. If it bothers your knees, have a seat right on the ground, so that crisscross applesauce, Sukhasana. And then just a version of seated cat-cows here. So we're going to take the hands to the knees and sort of pull the belly in and drop the head here. So slower than normal here. Unless you really want to start moving, you can. But drop the head down, draw the belly towards the spine. And then slow and steady, slowly inhale, slide the hands up, good by the hips, and then open through the heart. Roll the shoulders back, look up. Good, pause here. We feel the shoulder blades kind of squeeze together. There's the collarbone and the chest and the heart open really wide. Good, take one more breath here. And then exhale, coming back to that cat space. And rounding the back, dropping the chin slightly towards the chest. And feel the spreading of the shoulder blades so the back is starting to open. And slowly inhale, lifting back up to that cow space. Roll the shoulders, kind of loop the shoulders back a little if you need to. Lift up. You can drop the head back as much as feels good. Maybe you lean a little bit more into the heels. Good, take a breath. And exhale, back to that cow, or cat, sorry. Drop the chin. Good, from here, sliding it back in to child's pose. So walking the hands forward, settling down into Balasana. Tailbone and heels connect soft through the head. Connect the forehead to the mat if that is comfortable. Maybe stacking the fist to create support for the back of the neck. Good. Keep connected to the breath slowly. Again, bring it up. Good. And then extend the legs. So we're going to extend the legs, or actually just come off of that space where you're seated. So we're going to come to a seated space. I'll turn forward. Come to a seated space. Cross ankles if you'd like. Sukhasana. If you guys enjoy that half lotus space we've been playing with lately, go ahead and find that. And then just sit up really tall. Close the eyes. Connect to what is grounded to the earth, that foundation here. Take a big deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Okay, place the right arm right by the right hip. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And gently, gently over to the right side. Good. If you want to look up, you can. If you want to keep it more soft, you can look down towards the mat or just really neutral through the gaze. Keep that left arm lifted up. Doesn't have to really extend and reach. So again, we want it to be restorative. So find something within that realm of effort and effortlessness. Good. Inhale, reach it up really tall. So just pause here, lengthen, reach. Let's inhale, interlace the fingers, and then flex the palms up towards the sky. Gently look up. Thank you, Andrew. Good. Release the hands back down towards the heart. Good. Left hand right by the hip, right arm reaches tall. Lift. And start to side bend over to the left. Good. Make sure to breathe here. Maybe gaze up. Or just really soften the gaze. Soften the neck. Soften the facial muscles. Good. Back up to center. Reach it tall. And hands down. Good. So extend both legs out. Really soft here. Good. Just move through the backs of the knees just a little bit to kind of wake up from that space we're in. And then take the left knee. We're going to bend it. Sole of the foot here. So we're setting up for Janu Sirsasana, but we're going to keep it really restorative. So maybe instead of reaching for the bind around the feet, keep it soft. So just big breath here. And then exhale. Come into a forward fold of your capacity. So if you have a bolster, you can soften the body onto the bolster here to give it a really soft and relaxed space. If you have a pillow, grab a pillow. So none of this is necessary. It can be really, really gentle in itself here. And then just breathe here. So expand again in that same rhythmic pace. So drawing the breath in, softening the breath out. Just exploring the posture in every breath here. So again, we're holding these longer. So just notice any subtle shifts in the body. Good. Slowly bring it back up, slowly, slowly. You're going to bring both soles of the feet together. So Baddha Konasana. And then grab your bolster if you would like. You can use this to soften forward onto the bolster, or you can just really gently guide the body forward. So choose your space so the soles of the feet are together. And then lift a little through the belly. Big breath. And then exhale any amount. Relax and release. Maybe you just soften the hands down. So the forward fold isn't really necessary, just the softening of the upper body. So you can sit up and then just drop the chin as well. And bringing the awareness into the hips. If you can soften the hips any amount. Good. Maybe the eyes are closed and you really allow all of the awareness to come into the sensation in the hips and in the low back. Good. Inhale back up to straight. Keep the right leg where it's at. Extend the left leg out. Good. Kind of settle so we're kind of aligning with this left leg. Take a breath in to lift. And then exhaling on any amount over this left leg. It's restorative, so we don't have to, actively reach forward. We just allow the body to kind of meet its edge and then relax and release into it. Good. Breathe deep here. See if you can kind of start the breath from all the way at the base of the spine. Let it travel all the way up to the top of the head. And then descending in that opposite order down from the top of the head to the tailbone. Repeat as it loops back up. Good. Slowly bring it back up. Good. We're going to cross the legs again. So if you were maybe aware of which ankle was on top, switch. So we usually have a space we favor. So maybe find the other side here. Good. And then coming forward any amount. Lift up through the belly. And then exhale. Soften into this space. If you do have a prop, have your bolster. This is also a really relaxing and restorative option. And so it can still be gentle without that prop. You can maybe give yourself a little more room to come down into it. And feel the breath as it kind of ripples across the back of the rib cage. On your next inhale, really become aware of the expanding of the back of the heart. Good. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Gently walk over to the right side. Any amount, maybe left hand comes on top of right. If you can anchor through the left side and then feel the length across. Drop the head just a little bit so we're not looking up too high. And then again, become aware of this connection to your space. So become aware of not only us kind of existing here in this present moment, but becoming aware of the action of the moving body, the moving breath. And then that keen focus that we have as we become kind of in our practice, paying attention to each piece of the body. Inhale, lift up, walk over to the center, and then over to the left. Go to root right down through that right side, reach really long. Sorry, microphone in the way, through that right arm. And then soften, find that restorative space. If that means you bend the elbows, do so. Could walk the hands back to center and then bring it back up. Good. Come to seated And then here with the shoulders, we're gonna just kind of bring some movement into the neck and into the shoulders. So go sit tall, and then lift the shoulders up by the ears, drop them down the back. And then do that again, and joining with the inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulders down. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulders down. And then one more time, I'm gonna loop them up and down. Good, from here, drop the shoulder or the right ear to the right shoulder. That is it, nothing more. Good, feel as much softness through the face as you can. If you want to take the hands down, you can. And then bring the chin down towards the chest, really gentle. And then left ear to left shoulder. And this is it. Nothing more than this. Good, we're gonna gently look up. So we're gonna roll the head back just slightly. Look up. Keep the shoulders down. And then sit up. Good. We're gonna lay down on the back here. So coming down to the back, just sort of making your way down. And then once you get down, we're gonna take the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. So without making it the full body squeeze where we bring the forehead to the knees, keep the shoulders down to the mat, and then maybe just start to move side to side. So giving the spine just a gentle massage, right to left. And then if you want to create just a little more movement, you can start to make full circles here. So drawing circles with the knees, coming to the tailbone, to the left, into the chest, to the right. And then switch directions. Come back into center. Hang on to this right knee. Extend the left leg down. Oh. We're going to take the knee into the left hand. Reach the right arm out to the side. Draw this knee all over to the left side body. Look over your right shoulder and then soften any amount. I want to move my bolster out of the way. But if this feels like too much of an expansion, you can take the arm down to the side. This can come right up just a little bit higher. So again, working like that space again between effort and effortlessness. So it's that Stereosukha asana, the balance between the softness and the strength within our asana, within our breath. You can come back in, draw that knee in, maybe lift up just slightly. Thinking forehead to the knee now. Good, release. Take the left knee in, extend the right leg out. Good, we're gonna take the knee in the right hand, draw it over the body, left arm reaches out to the left side. If you feel that you start to lift up, that's totally normal here. Good, look over that left shoulder. And then start to breathe just a little bit deeper. Good, this left arm doesn't have to extend all the way out if it feels, again, like too much across the chest and across the arms. It can soften down to the mat. Come back in to the space. Oops. Take the left knee in, lift up to meet it. Relax down, take both knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Good, and then take the soles of the feet together, bring the knees or the feet down to the earth here, and then just take the hands down. Good, so you can do this with your bolster if you would like. So if you want to grab your bolster, you can put it, this is really nice, guys. I said no props, but if you want to, with the soles of the feet together, and then kind of allowing the head to soften, maybe reach the arms overhead. So find what you have in your living room to mimic a bolster if you'd like, or just lay flat on the back here. So any amount, any effort. Deepen into the space of breath. Draw the breath in from the bottom of the tailbone, so from maybe Mula Bandha all the way up, climbing through the chest, through the heart. Good, and then just one more step here in this space. So again, if we're just flat on the back, that is fine. Arms can be down, arms can be up. Good. We're going to come just a little bit deeper into a piece of pranayama here. So draw the breath in through the nose. I'll guide you through it. Draw the breath in through the nose. Pause here. As you're ready to exhale, exhale just a tiny bit out the nose and pause. And then exhale just a tiny bit more out the nose and pause. Exhale just a little bit more out the nose and pause. So you should be empty of breath. Draw the belly to the spine. When you're ready, inhale in through the nose. Good. Ujjayi breath in. Pause. Exhale tiny bit out. Exhale a tiny bit out. Exhale a tiny bit out. Until you're all the way empty. Pause in that space, maybe belly to spine. We'll do that one more round. Draw the belly in, or draw the breath in through the nose. You guys, is the universe telling me something? I was just informed that class just cut out halfway through. I think that the world is the universe is speaking to us. It wants us to do in-person classes. What is going on? Okay. If you're still there and you remember where we stopped, I don't know where it cut out. So I'm going to give you a minute to come back. Where are you at? Did you just continue your practice? I hope you did. So if you're returning, sorry, it cut out. We're going to come to the back. So we're going to wrap it up with a few nice gentle postures laying down. If you need a moment to get back into your zone, reconnect into your breath. And then we're going to lay down onto the back. So I'm going to take my bolster. If this is a repeat, if we just did all of this and you're like, Strider, who is eating my zinnias? Get out of here. All right, friends. Starting over. So we're going to lay on the back, soles of the feet together, and then lay down. So if we just did this breath work and you were already a part of this and you want to repeat. If this is new to you, please join in. So with the soles of the feet together, maybe the arms overhead, and the heart space lifted from this bolster. We're going to take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go out the mouth. And then draw the breath in through the nose here. Pause here, retain the breath. As you're ready to exhale, draw the breath out the nose just a tiny bit and pause. And exhale just a tiny bit more out the nose and pause. Exhale a tiny bit more out the nose and pause. Pause here. Draw the breath back in through the nose. Pause. Exhale a tiny bit more out the nose, or a tiny bit out the nose and pause. A tiny bit more out the nose and pause. And do that until you're completely empty of breath. Pause here. And do one more cycle of this. So draw the breath in. Exhale a little bit out. Exhale a tiny bit out. Exhale a tiny bit out. Until you're empty of breath. And then here we're going to take a big deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to roll off the bolster if you were on one. So gently bring the knees together. Roll to the side, move the bolster. And then come on to the back. So maybe we did this posture already, maybe we didn't. Draw the right knee in, extend the left leg down. Take the leg over, so kind of draw the knee over to the left. And gaze to the right. You can keep the gaze neutral. You can look to one side or the other. Gently bring it back in, and then draw the knee towards the chest. Maybe lift up. Good, both knees in. Extend the right leg out. Draw the right knee over to the side. Look to the left. Good, maybe you don't. Maybe you look to the right here. This is a pretty kind of open space here. So if it feels like too much, bring it back to that gentle restorative space. Good, bring it back into center. Give yourself a squeeze. Drop the knees down. Put the soles of the feet to the earth. We're just going to drop the knees, or kind of windshield wipe the knees. So we didn't do this last time. This is new. Just going to drop the knees to the right really gently. Drop the knees to the left. Come back into center. And then give yourself just a few circles here with the knees. All right, coming into Shavasana times 2. Draw the knees in, give yourself a squeeze. And then extending all the way down to the mat for my second round of Shavasana. Maybe it's your first. So allowing the hands to flip to face up, splay the ankles, and then just give a little press into the elbows. So we're going to lift up just a little and then soften here. And then 3 cleansing breaths here. So these are open mouth exhales with an audible release. So take a big deep breath in through the nose. One, 2 more times. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale. And one more time. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Sighing it out the mouth. And then with that release of the breath, just softening into your space of Shavasana. Allowing everything to release, softening the muscles, softening the breath. And then just coming back, allow a waking breath. Maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then reach the arms overhead. Find this full extension. Oh, hi, Strider. From feet to fingers. And then gently roll to the right. Pause here in fetal position. So allow the head just to hang heavy or just to rest comfortably. Just for a moment. Good, and then let your hands help you up. Make your way up to a seated space. Good, and find your seated space here. And take the palms to the knees, flip the palms to face up, and close the eyes. And then maybe you connect pointer, finger, and thumb. Jnana Mudra. This mudra is representative of a connective space, so connected to self and connected to universe. So everything and everyone being around us. So we are as one. And let's take a collective breath together, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then palms together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. This is the ceiling of the practice, and palms pressed right at the heart center. And allowing the heart to stay lifted, the belly to stay lifted. And may all beings everywhere be free and find their peace. Namaste. Thank you for coming to class, friends. Sorry for, again, technical difficulties. We appreciate you guys coming to class. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we might see you here next week. We'll post on Instagram or on Facebook too. We're doing an off-the-mat chat with Haley Cooks, Not Burns. So that is Haley. She is really into plant-based eating. She is into a lot of healthy and fun, simple ways to meal prep. She works in the restaurant industry, so we're going to chat with her about how she stays on her health game while working around pizzas. We'll see her at 12, and a few more announcements. Don't go yet. We have every Tuesday in August, we are doing yoga in the beer garden at Grand River Brewery. So it's in the evenings. We will do yoga and brunch 2 times in August. We'll announce those dates. But these Tuesdays are in the evenings at 6:30 to 7:30. It's a limit of 10. So it's socially distanced. We've had a few people reach out and ask if it's going to be just as crowded as the ones we used to do. The answer is not at all. So very limited space, a lot of room to move around and breathe safely. So sign up. There's a link in the event for that. So thanks for coming out, guys. Have a good week.